Guys, Wavy Films here, and today I have another custom LEGO minifigure showcase for you guys. And for this showcase, I have my Doctor Strange custom from the upcoming movie Doctor Strange. Now, I only made Doctor Strange, I didn't make Caecilius or Baron Mordo or the Ancient One because I don't really like their characters, plus I don't want to waste my time making characters that are probably going to die in this film. Well, I know Caecilius will probably never show up in the MCU again. And I know that there's like a bigger villain, and I know who it is, but it's a spoiler, so I won't spoil it here. Ancient One could show up in a Doctor Strange sequel if we get one. I know Wong is showing up in Infinity War, so I might make him for, I'm planning on a giant Infinity War showcase. And also Baron Mordo might come back as a villain, but I just don't see the significance in me making them as customs, so all I made here was Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. Stay tuned to the end of this video where I'll be talking about schedules and stuff and why I haven't been uploading. But yeah guys, without further ado, let's take a look at this figure. Alright guys, and here is my Doctor Strange custom based off of the new movie coming out. So yeah, I really like how this figure turned out. A lot of fabric detail went into this, and yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from Daring Customs and Jerd Figs over on Instagram, so big shout out to them. I'll leave a link to both of their YouTubes. I think they both have YouTube. If not, if either of them don't have YouTube, I'll link to their Instagram down below. But yeah, I really like how this figure turned out. Definitely one of my best. And first I'll just get these out of the way. These are just the pieces that came in the Lego set, the kind of magic pieces, which are inaccurate. Honestly, if I were to go with accuracy, I would go with this piece over here. Let me just grab it off of here. There we go. Because from what we've seen in the trailers, his powers are more green, so it would technically be more accurate to do that, so I might just leave him with that. Or maybe if I find another one of these. I guess to start off, we'll start off with accessories. So we'll start with the cloak. Definitely turned out really good. It's inaccurate. I am definitely going to point that out right now so I don't get comments about it. It's inaccurate for a couple reasons. One, the little thing that sticks up on the back folds down at the end, like back down like that kind of. But this is Cape Madness, and they put like stuff on it, so it's really stiff. So even if I wanted to do that, which I like how it looks now, I kind of look melding the comic book and MCU together. Also, the inside of the cape has some weird-ish pattern on it. So does the back of the cape, and also the cape isn't straight. It kind of cuts on a diagonal like that. But I honestly like it like this. I don't want to change it. Because I honestly don't really like the design of the cape that much. So, yeah. To remove it, let me just remove that awesome hairpiece and head so that you can see the rest of the figure. And I'm just going to take him off for a second so I can remove his head. There we go. The neck piece, it's two separate pieces. The neck piece was made from a Cape Madness. It's called like a short cape or something. It's a Lego cape, except it's like thinner like this way. So like if you put it like that, it doesn't go out like a Lego cape. It's more narrow, I guess. And I cut it so that it works as a neck piece. And then this was a Cape Madness over cape, and what I did was I cut because the over cape, basically where you see these, it went down like that, so I cut it so that the back is like the size of a regular Lego cape, but it still has the shoulder kind of pads, I guess you can call them, or whatever. The Eye of Agamotto here, as you can see, is removable. Basically what I did was I just sculpted a ball of green stuff, painted on the detail, and glued a string onto it. So, yeah, you can put it on, take it off, and I kind of like that because sometimes in the trailers you can see he's not always wearing it, and I just knocked over my stand. There we go. If we're to put the head and hair back on here, you can see we get a much more Doctor Strange that looks like he's like in training or something. If you look at the back here, you can see printing and a lot of shoddy electrical tape work because he usually has his cape on. So that's how I like to present him. I do want to point out something, that this was the original design. As you can see here, I just have 2 layers of fabric, the base layer and then the 2 layers on top. But here, as you can see, I tried to do like a 4-layer thing, and it just didn't work out because the glue got a little too much. But I like how it turned out in the end. Going from top to bottom, the hair is the new Superman hair, which I was reluctant to use at first. At first, I was going to use a regular DC Comics Superman hair, cut off the curl, just because I find it, at first I found it more accurate, because this, I saw that the swoop of the hair, if you can call it that, was kind of going the wrong way. But then after Blink Brick Customs, one of my friends on Instagram, showed me a picture of his, and I saw the hair, where he just sculpted the curl, so it kind of redirects where you kind of think the swoop is going. I like it like this way more. So yeah, it goes over the forehead. The head is a Legolas head, which I've used on a lot of figures now. Legolas heads really work. That's definitely something I'm going to add in my customizing tips, tricks, and tutorials, which is coming up, which I'll talk about at the end of this video. Is that Legolas heads really work. I used it on him. I used it on my CW Superman. And I used it on another figure of whose name I'm blanking on right now and can't seem to find, but I know I used it on another figure. Also my Baron Zemo from Captain America Civil War, which is across the room, so I'm not going to show him. But anyways, yeah, the torso was just a plain dark blue torso, and I glued the base fabric on, and then I glued on the overlaps. And then I painted on, as you can see, the details in between the fabric, like the shirt, which you can't really see because of the lighting. But yeah, it's there, trust me. Also, a bunch of people were asking about this on the Instagram post. I did paint on like the blood on his face, like the battle damage, because I think it adds more character to the figure, and also I just like it more because it's like, it shows he's a superhero and he fights and stuff. So, plus I just think scars make people look badass. So, yeah. The belt was several layers of electrical tape, if I just move his arms up. I just did a layer and then another layer, and it just goes around and around. And then I painted, at first I was just going to leave it black, but it just kind of felt like missing something, so I added on the sorry about that. I've added on the gray detail, and for his little like tail, I don't really know what to call it, but this fabric piece that comes down here, it's electrical tape, and the end part here is this card material that I have, because the electrical tape wasn't working, and then I painted all the silver and gold details on the belt. So yeah, like I said, as you can see on the back, you can't exactly see it. The torso does not, because of the electrical tape, does not separate from the legs anymore. So I'm gonna have to pick them up for this. But the skirt part, I guess you can call it, is actually 2 different Cape Madness items. Do I remember the name of them? No. But I do know a couple things. The one is a skirt, and the other one's like an overskirt, if I'm not really laid out for you. So I put the under one on first, of course, because he has like kind of like 2 layers of his skirt. So I bought like the first one is just like a regular like Lego skirt, and the other one I think was called like an overskirt, or I really don't know what it's called. Don't quote me on it. If you know, leave it down in the comments. But yeah, I put the other one over it. The legs were dark blue legs, and I painted on his boots, his black boots, and I painted on the lace detail you can see in gray there. And then he has like a bunch of blue like fabric wrapped around his boots, which you can also see I painted there. So yeah, that's about it. Oh, actually no, never mind. The arms here were pretty simple. They were dark blue arms, and he has the same kind of wrapping around his arms, so I just kind of painted a bunch of blue lines around his arms, and it works effectively. Now, while I stall and attempt to put, and you can see my background, well, that's just nice. As I stall and attempt to put this figure back together, I just want to tell you guys that at the end of this video, I mentioned this in the intro, but I'm just going to mention it again. Ooh, crap. At the end of this video in the intro, I'm going to be talking about some schedule stuff, and also, as I kind of mentioned a bit earlier in this review, I'm going to be doing a customizing tips, tricks, and tutorials series. I'll talk about it more in the end, but yeah. And here we are putting the last pieces onto my custom Lego. Oh, also I forgot to mention, but I did paint on the... Well, that's just great. God dang it, you know, this showcase was going good, and then I just had to drop the hairpiece, and you know, everything was just fine. And of course something had to go wrong. Okay guys, so I found the hairpiece. So yeah, that's about it for my Stephen Strange figure. Definitely one of my better customs in the more recent months that I've been working on. I think the uploaded was, if I remember correctly, Suicide Squad. And I do think I've improved quite a bit with my use of fabric and e-tape, which I use quite a bit now. If we're just to show that off. This is my most... I'm about to show you my most recent figure. I just finished him a couple days ago, my Rick Grimes. So, as you can see, since you guys, if you only follow me on YouTube, and if you do, what the heck's wrong with you, go check out my Instagram and Twitter. Don't check out my Twitter, I don't post on there. Go check out my Instagram. Yeah, you'll see a lot more figures that I have not posted on here. Haven't had the time to, because there's a bunch of other figures I want to finish to make like showcases and stuff. But yeah, but like I was saying, I think I've improved a lot since the last time you guys saw my customs. I made this guy. I finished him a little bit ago, but yeah. Let's get into the outro of this video, and yeah. Alright guys, and that's gonna do it for the end of this showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed the figure. Yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. I'm going to see it on Friday with my friend who I saw Civil War and Batman vs. Superman with, so we kind of make a thing to go see it together. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I really hope that I like this movie. It looks pretty good from what I've seen from reviews. And also, yeah. Also, if you guys live in Europe, please don't post spoilers in the comments for those who don't have time to see it opening weekend. Even people who just go see it opening night, please don't spoil it for people in the comments on if they can't see it opening weekend, because then it just ruins the fun. I got a spoiler for it, although I don't really care about it that much, like the spoiler. Like, yeah. So anyway, just talking about schedule, I know I haven't uploaded a lot, because my original plan was gonna be upload once a week, which I kept on until I hit, until I decided to do some live stream once a week, but then I stopped doing those, and I haven't uploaded in a month or so. So the plan right now is, I'm working on a customizing tips, tricks, and tutorials series, which will hopefully be up maybe within the next month. I've already recorded the first episode, and I hope to get more done. Go check out my Instagram for a full schedule of episodes that will be coming. So yeah, I've made a lot of figures since I last uploaded, just to name a few, actually to name most of them. I made CW Superman, I finished my CW Flash, finished my CW Supergirl, CW Kid Flash, CW Real Jay Garrick, Doctor Strange, of course, as you can see right here, Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, all the Defenders, so Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Iron Fist, all from the Netflix series, as well as Claire Temple. I started on a Misty Knight custom, which I have not yet finished. And then for Ben 10, I also have Heat Blast Forearms, Accelerate, Diamond Head, Ghost Freak, Upgrade, Wild Mutt, and Rip Jaws, and currently working on Gray Matter and Stinkfly. Currently, also, I'm doing a little Christmas project. I'm making customs up based off of my favorite Christmas movie. So here I got Santa. A lot of Christmas movies have Santa, so you probably don't know what that's from. I also have these pajamas here because I'm making customs from The Santa Claus, the Disney Tim Allen movie that came out in, I think, either the early 2000s or the late 90s. I really don't know the release date. I just know I really love that film and all its sequels. So yeah, my plan for that is to make Scott Calvin, Charlie Calvin, and then some of the elves. I might make Neil and the mom, of whose name I forget because no one liked her. But I'm just making customs based off the first movie. I'm not making any off of the second one where they have a kid, or Mrs. Claus, or the third one where Jack Frost shows up. So yeah, currently the plan is just Santa Claus, Charlie, maybe some elves, maybe Neil and the mom. So yeah, I guess that really wraps it up for you guys. I hope you guys, like I said, enjoy the figure, and I hope you guys continue to watch my channel. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. Last time I checked, I'm not 100% sure if I'm there at this current moment, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the customizing tips, tricks, and tutorials coming up. And holy crap, I do have 300. I just checked on my phone, as you can see right there, if it were to focus, 300 subscribers. So I thank you all. I probably won't be doing a special for that. Actually, I probably will, but later. Anyways, I'll make more details about that soon, because I have my 1 year anniversary is coming up, so I'll make a whole video about that. Anyways, guys, like I said, I hope you guys are excited for this customizing tips, tricks, and tutorial series, because I got a lot of questions over on my Instagram about how I do stuff. So I'm just going to lay out the basics, and it's going to be like 10 episodes, because I want to give everything the depth and detail it deserves, so that people don't keep questioning me about it. I can just be like, yo, check out my YouTube. Anyways, guys, that about wraps up this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy the figure. Hope everyone enjoys the movie, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.